dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie? Another dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie?
Break it down, man, bring it up slow. You a bad chicken, do you already know? Back to back, baby, you killing the show. Worldwide, Miss International. Switch it up on them, hitting on the low. Nobody messing with the flow, no stopping. And you know she got a hoe. Worldwide, Miss International. And you control me, control me. Oh, when you control, la la la. When you control me.
Worldwide, Miss International.
Dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie? Another dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie? Dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie? Another dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie? If you wanna ginger, yeah. If you wanna chill with a winner, pull up on a nigga, nikuonyeshe maisha, yeah. Nitahakikisha usitofuliza. Anywhere you wanna be, baby, I'm ready to go. Sema tuanzie Paris ama twende Tokyo. When you control me, control me. Oh, when you control, la la la. When you control me.
Worldwide, Miss International.
Control me. Dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie? Another dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie? Dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie? Another dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie?
Dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie? Another dimension. You got me in another dimension. Why lie?
Control me, control me. Oh, when you control, la la la. When you control me.
Worldwide, Miss International. Worldwide, Miss International. Worldwide, Miss International.
Nadia, hoya, hoya, hoya. Hoya, hoya, hoya. Hoya, hoya, hoya.
Vicky Fundes.
Nilichopata nikiomba walisema kitakwisha. Nikitoa shukurani hadharani wakasema najigamba. Hao binadamu walinipa wiki. Sasa imepita miaka bado wanasubiri. Kazi ya Mungu haina makosa. Ingekuwa binadamu wanatoa ningekosa. Sio juju, ni maombi. Ni maombi. Si kelele, ni maombi. Ni maombi. Sio juju, ni maombi. Ni maombi. Si kelele, ni maombi. Ni maombi. Hoya, hoya, hoya. Hoya, hoya, hoya. Hoya, hoya, hoya. Na mikono nitainua, magoti nipige, nimweleze jinsi alivyotenda katika maisha yangu. Kazi ya Mungu haina makosa. Ingekuwa binadamu wanatoa ningekosa. Kazi ya Mungu kweli haina makosa. Ingekuwa binadamu wanatoa ningekosa. Sio juju, ni maombi. Ni maombi. Si kelele, ni maombi. Ni maombi. Sio juju, ni maombi. Ni maombi. Si kelele, ni maombi. Ni maombi. Maneno ya wanadamu yalinilenga kama mishale, ila Mungu hawezi kubali uanguke. Alichoanzisha leo lazima unakamilisha wewe. Kazi ya Mungu haina makosa. Ingekuwa binadamu wanatoa ningekosa. Kazi ya Mungu kweli haina makosa. Ingekuwa binadamu wanatoa ningekosa. Sio juju, ni maombi, ni maombi. Si kelele, ni maombi, ni maombi. Sio juju, ni maombi, ni maombi. Si kelele, ni maombi, ni maombi. Si uchawi, ni maombi. Oh, si ulevi, ni maombi. Si kwa nguvu zangu mie, ni maombi. Si kanadi ya katambi, ni maombi. Oh, ni maombi. Oh, ni maombi, ni maombi. Oh, si kwa nguvu zangu, ni maombi. Kazi ya Mungu haina makosa. Ingekuwa binadamu wanatoa ningekosa. Kazi ya Mungu kweli haina makosa. Ingekuwa binadamu wanatoa ningekosa.
Alright, today the Midnight Rendezvous starts early. I'm Adrian Kibai. You're listening to Radio 254. This is the Midnight Rendezvous, and I'm hoping all of you have had a lovely beginning of the week. This is all I'm hoping for you, because, hey, sometimes this week can be something else, eh? So, karibuni sana to the Midnight Rendezvous, early edition. The early edition will be bringing you some good vibes, good music, and a great time. We'll be talking about love, relationships, and just all the shenanigans that surrounds all of that shit. So, if you've tuned in early today, you're lucky. You're lucky. At least let me to me a voice note, yeah? I'll get to play your favorite song. I'd like you to request if you have any songs. Sometimes labda maoni hauna, lakini you can only communicate what you need through a song that you like. Or unajua vile mademu insist wamekudedicate ya wimbo, kumbe ni message buda. Message ndio wanakuambia vile wimbo inasema tu. Saa zingine nayo ikwagi something very kind. Ukiona mdemu amekosa maoni na anakutumia wimbo, it's because sometimes they don't have just the right words to say it, and if they do, sometimes it gets misinterpreted. So wewe ndio ujielezea hiyo wimbo, wewe ndio utajimiscommunicate. Oh my. But then again, I'm happy you guys are here. Thank you very much for listening to Radio 254. This is the Midnight Rendezvous. Niko na nyinyi hapa mpaka midnight. So bring in those requests. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me how your week has been. Tell me how your week has begun. And we'll talk all about it, yeah? So karibuni sana. Enjoy the music.
Wanasema tumependana hadi tukafanana, utamu wa mahaba, baby wewe ndiye ladha. Oh, tunafanana, kufa kuzikana, penzi lako ndio nanga, ndo maana nimekwama. Oh yeah, hicho licho nacho ndicho sina, nyuma umejaza mandwandwa, kiuno chako ni chembamba. Oh Lord, yeah, kukupenda we sina tilalila, tena hunanga fitina, usiskize pararira. I got you babe, I got you babe, I got you babe, na sitakata tamaa. I got you babe, I got you babe, I got you babe, na sitakata tamaa. subira, maruani yangu nashukisha. Oh Lord, yeah. Picha zako ndotoni zanijia, kiwa mbali naumia, nashindwa tulia. Unaponipeleka mimi sijawahi fika, mwanzo kiuno nikishika, busu lako lanimaliza. Mama, kukupenda mimi sina tilalila, tena unanga fitina, siwasikize balarira. I got you baby, I got you baby, I got you baby, I got you baby, na sitakata tamaa. I got you baby, I got you baby, I got you baby, na sitakata tamaa.
Diana maninya sa chel konete, jogo mukabinya sa chel biroye, o kabide o kodami falme, siburu wangalel pacha pende lokore. Diana maninya sa chel konete, jogo mukabinya sa chel biroye, o kabide o kodami falme, siburu wangalel pacha pende lokore.
Hicho ulicho nacho ndicho nilichonyimwa, nyuma umejaza mandwandwa, kiuno chako ni chembamba. Mama, kukupenda uwe sina tilalila, tena hunanga fitina, siwasikize pararira. I got you babe, I got you babe, I got you babe, I got you babe, na sitakata tamaa. I got you babe, I got you babe, I got you babe, na sitakata tamaa.
Fuine demore una venyueta faki toakinya kohanyu kera mamu wanyu ate to semaniria hado kanigaine ate to semaniria hado prayer group ine fuine oinaga ilia sia kamati ya chini toakenya kohanyu kera mamu wanyu teto semaniria hado kanivaine ate to semaniria hado prayer group ine
Oh
Mwanzo nilimwambia akifika tu Nairobi kuna manzi wengi asishangae. Tena nikamwambia hata siku akirudi kila mtu ajue mimi niko naye.
Mtoto mzuri niko naye, nampenda leo kesho na baadaye. Nimwambie nini mpaka afurahi kuwa niko naye. Mzuri hipsi don't lie, nipende nikupende mpaka washangae. Japo niko ndani takuja baadaye nipende furahi. Natamani urudi tuje kuishi wote Dar es Salaam. Nahisi kuchanganyikiwa kwa huyo binti wa Nairobi, nachohitaji kuishi naye.
Jana mzuri niko naye, nampenda leo kesho na baadaye. Hata waseme nitadumu naye ufanya nifurahi. Ana tabia nzuri he don't lie, kwa penzi lake mpaka nazirai. Kabla hajafika mimi nishawahi kweli najidai.
Wasikurubuni hao washikanao, ukanidharau, ukanisahau, sitakubali no no no. Basi come now, sikuje nao. Wasikurubuni hao washikanao, ukanidharau, ukanisahau, sitakubali no no no.
Naangalia angani, mawingu yamejaa. Looks like rain is gone.
Just Miss Avril, yeah?
Natamani uwe nyumbani, wrapped up in my arms. I reminisce my baby, juu yako. Like how you smile, like how you say my name. It's just your voice I want to hear. Like how you smell, like how we bang, bang, bang. It's your touch I want to feel. I'm missing you and words can't explain. I feel I'm insane when you are away. When nijaza na furaha ya kipekee, ugali nyama na sukuma, baby nisha anda, cause I know that's what you like. Keep on looking at my phone, waiting for your call. Nachizika baby, Chuyako. I love how you smile, I love how you say my name. It's just your voice I love to hear. I love how you smell, I love how we bang, bang, bang. It's just your touch I want to feel. I'm missing you and words can't explain. I feel I'm insane when you are away. When he does na furaha ya kipekee, sitaki mwingine. I'm missing you and words can't explain. I feel I'm insane when you are away. When he does na furaha ya kipekee, sitaki mwingine. Hakuna yule amenipa penzi, penzi kama lako, hakuna yule, hakuna yule amenipa penzi, penzi kama lako, hakuna yule, hakuna yule amenipa penzi, penzi kama lako, hakuna yule, hakuna yule. Hakuna yule.
Yeah, this is the Midnight Rendezvous. You're listening to Adrian Kibai right here on Radio 254. And all I can say is I am so happy that you chose to listen to Radio 254 tonight. Masaa yale ya... Unajua leo tumeanza mapema. Masaa yale ya Radio 254 ya kuleta Midnight Rendezvous yamefika. Where are you listening from, by the way? Yeah, I'd like to know. Then maybe I can send you a shout out or something. So hit us up on WhatsApp 0110-254-254. If you have my personal number, send a message and I'll be willing to listen to that voice note. If not tonight, maybe I can play it even. Maybe sauti ya mwananchi ni ya muhimu, unajua. I wouldn't want you guys to, feel unheard, feel unseen, or feel like your day just went by without, being noticed at least. Sometimes, like a small feeling right there, yeah? Like a small feeling that someone heard you or listened to you or cared about what you thought. Not necessarily agreed with it, but cared for it. Sometimes that's all anyone needs to make their day better, and trust me, life is already hard enough. Life is already hard enough. We don't need to make it any harder by not hearing each other out. If you need to be, if you need to vent about your day or week or, just the first 2 days, I'll also take that. I'll take that too. And all I'm hoping is you're probably somewhere cuddled up and getting all the love that you need tonight. Otherwise, karibuni sana to the Midnight Rendezvous. This is me sending you all the love that you need tonight. And right before we jump into the, big, heavy conversation, yeah? The biggie ones, the heavy ones, yeah? Right before we jump into that, I'd like you to listen to some great music, have a nice chill out, and, send a friend a link. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, you name it, Facebook, Twitter, We are live everywhere. Just look for Radio 254 and you'll get to hear some of the greatest songs that Kenya has to offer. And you'll get to hear a lot of great things coming right here for Radio 254, the home of Kenyan music. So, usiende mbali. Mimi bado nakupenda.
I would write you love songs in any language if that would make you mine. And I would make you promises so that you'd stay with every single line. I tell you what you want to know. Usiende, that means don't go.
I can't deny the loving that we've been through. Oh, you know I can't deny. But you just keep telling lies. Oh, you never keep your promises, oh no. But if you really love me so, then you know I really must go. It's all you had to say.
That means stay.
You know I want to believe it when you say.
Usiende.
And no one makes me feel this way.
Try to see it my way.
You know I want to believe it when you say.
'Cause I'm not gonna let you go. Usiende, you and I know. And I would write you love songs in any language
Could you do that for me?
if it would change your mind.
Would you change my mind?
I would tell you you're the one and you would stay
I would stay
until the end of time.
I wanna stay, say my baby, say.
'Cause I'm not gonna let you go. Usiende, you and I know.
I must go, yeah. Oh, I swear, baby, I should leave. That's what my pride says to me. But the truth is I can't help how I feel. Semanisi and then you see I will know just what you mean. Usiende.
That's all I had to say.
That means stay.
You've got to believe it's real.
Oh, and I'll pretend
No one makes me feel this way.
that everything is okay.
Nothing's gonna change this way.
If you really
I
love
love you so. Nasema usiende.
and I won't go.
Baby, don't go.
Yeah. When Gilad and Wendy joined hands. Woo-wee. Yeah, these two were bangers proper, yeah? 4 minutes of a good time. 4 minutes. Great hits.
Sema mpenzi, how you been? Unaendelea aje, yeah. Sema penzi ayupe, umepotelea wapi? Umefanya nini na nani? Unajua ati baby it's cold outside. Fancy, won't you come inside? You don't have to hide your love. Unajua ati baby I'm your guy. Fancy, put your pride aside. You don't have to hide your love. Sema mpenzi ayupe, habari ya maisha. I miss you my teacher, yeah. Sema mpenzi ayupe, umepotelea wapi? Umefanya nini na nani? Unajua sema ate baby it's cold outside. Fancy, won't you come inside? You don't have to hide your love. Unajua ati baby I'm your guy. Fancy, put your pride aside. You don't have to hide your love.
Sema mpenzi I've been fine, sijui nisemeje. Oh, niko poa, I miss you. Imagine hajui kunipa love. I don't know why I ever left you. Oh, mbona sikukupata? Unajua ati that is cold outside. Mpenzi, can I come inside? I don't wanna hide my love.
Baby, now that you're with him and you're not here, nakuhitaji. I'm used to it, you know, nimekumiss, nitakupenda milele. Even though I'm not around you, there'll always be room for you right here kwa roho yangu. Unajua ati baby it's cold outside. Fancy, won't you come inside? You don't have to hide your love. Unajua sema ate baby I'm your guy. Fancy, put your pride aside.
I'm gonna put
you don't have to hide your love. Unajua ati baby I'm your guy. Fancy, put your pride aside.
yeah.
You don't have to hide your love.
I just want you to know that baby, you're the food to my soul. Baby, I am not letting go. Oh baby, seems so impossible that you're mine and I'm yours forever, baby. I can thank you enough for being here with me. I can thank you enough for being my baby. Oh baby, I'm so grateful. I got you, baby, through the fire. To the wire. Love, 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 oh, love, love. hustle every day. Do you think I support you all the way? You got my back, I got your back too, baby. You taught me so many things I never knew. You took me places I never imagined. I've done so many things, but there's this clue. You got my back, I got your back too, baby. I got you, baby, through the fire.
So I got you, haikuwa story na vile umenikwachu, usiaje worry. No doubt nilisota, ulikuwa down na mimi. Najua nitaosa, utakuwa up na mimi. I was a player, why lie? Top striker kwa kabumbu, batoni ya kila siku, ubomo mawe ngumu. Second bar, you taught me I could love again. After pillow fights, chocolates, now we choosing baby names. Bonnie and Clyde watoshi, meet rabbit na kanana. Feel free uneza moji, vile amenikamata akona grip moyoni, akona grip kwa kitanda. Na kikisha mengara, smile pia na mvisha. Machelo kwa kablista, wanatokea ka job imeisha. Saina kupeleka places, wanakunja faces. Hello babe, just wanted to remind you that I love you.
All I'm seeing everyone is everywhere is small fires everywhere. How are you guys doing tonight, this week, last week? How have you been? You know, it's been 7 days since I talked to you guys. I feel like asking kama nimewa neglect. But all I can say is I hope you guys for the last 7 days I've had a hell of fun. For me it was wild. I had the most fun on those 3 days. There was a lot happening. Casper Nyovest was around. Nasty C was around. The Premier League Cup was around. I mean, everything was happening everywhere all at once, and I hope you got to experience at least one of these things, if not all of them. Hapa mnasikiza Radio 254, the home of Kenyan music. This is the Midnight Rendezvous, and your host is Adrian Kibai. I hope you guys are enjoying the music that's coming through live to you. Yeah? Wale mko YouTube pale, naomba mtoe maoni. Mniambie mnapenda mziki gani and what you'd like to listen to as the night goes by. Otherwise, sina mengi, ni karibuni sana. Today we'll be talking about, maybe a few things here and there. But before then, I'd still like to wow you with some music. I hope you enjoy.
Wewe ni zaidi ya pesa, sikulinganishi na chochote. Chagua
unajua niko na noti. Girl, you be sexy like a Cuban cigar. Wanna smoke you up, baby, puff ko puff. Mami ya mo, ushajona kwa kioo. Uko sawa, baby, yani msupa kuruka. Una smile fiti, yani light of my life, ma. When I drop in, I die breakfast in bed. Cool lips too wet, mama, smile so set. Mama, mina we pamoja, you know we be getting down, mama. Old school, parties kwa beach, I'm a revolver. So gone, hadi mami, I'ma be proper.
Zaidi ya pesa, sikulinganishi na chochote. Chaguo langu la moyo, umenidatisha. Wewe ni zaidi ya pesa, sikulinganishi na chochote. Chaguo langu la moyo, umenidatisha.
Ushani bamba, nishajibanza, nishakuona baby, niko kwenye rada. Nitatweka juu hadi ndege zitapaa. Nita make moves hadi swag itakam. 1, 2, just me and you, tuko masaa. Love you, just be my boo, vile inafaa. Come through, you be my cool kiulala. My main squeeze, aje mami utakataa. Caribbean boss, we be cruising the seas too. Tulia too, I got you VIP boo. Cancel your plans, me not wait for a week too. Kavo mystery, got you Hussein Machozi.
Wewe ni zaidi ya pesa, sikulinganishi na chochote. Chaguo langu la moyo, umenidatisha. Wewe ni zaidi ya pesa, sikulinganishi na chochote. Chaguo langu la moyo, umenidatisha. Hey, wanajua eti tunadanganyana. Wanajua eti tunataniana. Mimi niko serious baby, mwavuli wangu ni wewe. Mimi niko serious baby, chaguo langu ni wewe. Ni zaidi ya pesa, sikulinganishi na chochote. Chaguo langu la moyo, umenidatisha. Ni zaidi ya pesa, sikulinganishi na chochote. Chaguo langu la moyo, umenidatisha. Wewe ni zaidi ya pesa, sikulinganishi na chochote. Chaguo langu la moyo, umenidatisha. Wewe ni zaidi ya pesa, sikulinganishi na chochote. Chaguo langu la moyo, umenidatisha.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is the Midnight Rendezvous. You're listening to Adrian Kibai right here on Radio 254, the home of Kenyan music. Here, I've been looking around and all I'm seeing is people actually. You see what we talked about last week? Last week we had mentioned a lot of things about how there's generational traumas. There's people who just want to keep going on with the, carrying on the toxic things that our parents used to do. And what this does is it transfers the pain to the next generation and the next and the next and the next. Now, the problem is most of the time we see it as disrespect when we try to correct these generational problems. And as adults now, we do realize there's peer pressure doesn't stop at when you're turning into a teenager. You'll find that because your parent maybe somehow discovered that hey, my children can actually go to boarding school like the rest of their age mates, and that's at class 4 or 5. As soon as they turn 10 or 9, they're shipped off to boarding school and they only get to come home once every 2 months roughly, and it's barely for a week and they're shipped back to school. I don't know how to feel about that kind of thing, and it's mostly because you find that sometimes it's parents who decide, because si rafiki zako pia wameenda, you'll be fine. Sometimes I feel like it's something we need to, you can disagree politely. Someone today has said something that's very interesting. That at some point the parent tried to, come at her in a way that she didn't like it, and there's been a lot of divergent opinions. And what I've learned is that most people are willing. In fact, I've been looking around today, and some people are all of short of accusing their parents, attacking or defending. They're accusing of their parents of neglect, and you remember those things we talked about, yeah, and glorifying that kind of neglect to leaving you to tough it out. I don't know why we demonize making our children's lives better. I don't know why we make it to be something that will make them too soft for life. It will make them not able to cope with the outside world. And some people usually have the opinion that, hey, niaje, the outside world won't be what your parent gives you. So sometimes you have to, throw the child out of the nest so that they can grow stronger wings. While that is true, there's a loving way to do it. I feel like there's a loving way to do it. You don't need to yell or fight or, some parents beat you up like it's like they want to kill you, man. Some parents, it either makes you tough to their beating, or it just makes you not listen to them anymore, because now they've created within you a wall that blocks everything they say to you. And I don't know what it achieves by making our children dislike us for the longest period of their formative years. I don't know what it is about the 90s children wanting parents to have corporal punishment on their toys. It's wrong. Children deserve a soft life. Children deserve to be cared for, nurtured. Heck, even right now, if I called my dad and told him I'm in the hosi, hata kama hiyo siku ni mbaya aje na amelala aje, that man will show up. And I'm over 30. Every year when I'm turning older, I keep telling him, this is our first time experiencing what we're experiencing. I'm just turning this age for the first time, and you are becoming a parent to someone of this age for the first time. So here's to a new year of learning how to deal with any new challenges that life will throw at us, or any new achievements that life will throw at us. And somehow we have developed a very healthy relationship. What I'm wondering with most 90s kids, why do we glorify abuse or neglect, or a parent is almost like a god? They're human. They make mistakes. I don't know why we think they're beyond reproach or beyond being told, hey, niaje hapa umeniumiza, karibu ningoe macho bwana, si just talk. Kwani una maneno kwa mdomo lazima ugongane? Ama una maneno kwa mdomo lazima utukanane? Yani it becomes the problem right there is the fact that parents feel unheard also. I don't know how to. You see, sometimes hata sisi tunakuwaga vichwa ngumu. I'm not justifying the fact that sometimes they resort to the extreme measures that they do. But ni sawa, as children, we are supposed to be molded in the way that makes us better people. As children, we are supposed to be molded in a way that's healthy, in an environment that's healthy, that is without neglect and without any doubtable love. As in, our parents are the first source of our love, and they dictate greatly how we get to interpret love or give love outside there in the world. So I don't see why it should be. You can be stern and firm with your opinion without being insulting, without degrading your child. There's a firm way of parenting that can be done without it being as toxic as most people want it to be. And I don't get how. I really don't. I really don't get how most of the times we tend to glorify what used to work back then, and it didn't really work. We are not okay. Most of us. Oh my. We are not okay. We like to pretend that we are. Most of us need to be therapized immediately. We are not okay. Most of us who grew up, unapata people who grew up in very abusive houses full of neglect or anything of that sort that makes you, I don't know, just numb to love, numb to accepting of love, even heck, numb to giving it. And I don't see why we shouldn't correct that from the word go. I mean, if you're a parent, what will it hurt you to give your child a softer life than the one you received? You see, my mantra right about now. You see, when you hit, I don't know what, 28 there about 25 something, right after you're done with probably higher education. Sometimes you'll find that there's a lot of pressure on when are you going to marry, who are you going to marry, etc., etc. What I can tell you is, if at that point in time I've figured out that, hey, I can't possibly give my child a better life than the one I received, I don't want parts. I don't want to be that parent that brought a child and gave them hell. As in, I don't know, I have some 5 toys now, I can't be able to provide. And even if I do, stress from earning that money is making me bitter from inside, and it's probably manifesting in the way I handle or deal with the people who will be there around me at that time. So no. You see the way some people might say, oh, sometimes it's good, just anakuja na sahani yake, that's some bullshit. Kuja na sahani yake is extremely responsible, because huyu ni mtu anakuja na hauna be wala te, hauna anything to give this person. Why are you insisting on getting, they don't ask to be here. We're the ones who insist that they come. Yeah? We're the ones who want them so bad, but we don't know jack shit about anything. So why the hell will you bring someone onto this world to make them suffer? At its character development or whatever it is most of us 90s babies say. Hey, anyway, the sooner you know how to be respected by the people you love or the people that love you, even if they claim that they love you, let them treat you as such. Let anybody who claims they care about you, or unajua vile kwa ofisi mnaambiwaga we are a family. Okay, that's some other bullshit, but that's for another day. But anybody who claims to care about how they come towards you, or how let it be shown in their actions as well, not just in their words, and let it be corrected at the very root of it, that hey, niaje umeniongelesha vibaya leo and I didn't appreciate it quite much, ama hey, niaje leo umefanya hii kitendo and I find it quite passive aggressive, or hey, niaje, I didn't like the tone that you used even though you had a point, but I'd appreciate if you worked on your delivery so that at least I don't end up losing or missing the point that you have just made. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope a small music break will get it to sink in. So you're listening to the Midnight Rendezvous. This is Radio 254. I am Adrian Kibai, and It's another beautiful night to enjoy some good vibes.
WA, you bad, bro.
Long time coming, long time wanting, better for me, more than sorry, never mind better.
You were hiding, you were lying to me, and I couldn't see. It was hard to see, it's harder to leave. You've been lying to me. Now I'm finally free.
When she said she's okay, no, there is another. When she said she's okay, no, there is another. When she said she's okay, no, there is another. When she said she's okay, no, there is another. I've been dealing, I've been healing, better for me. You're not so real, so I made up my mind.
No denying, I've been trying to let go. You've been crying to me. A good man's a dying breed. You've been smiling at me while you lie to me.
When she said she's okay, no, there is another. When she said she's okay, no, there is another. When she said she's okay, no, there is another. When she said she's okay, no, there is another.
Saa zingine anayekupenda umpendi, unapenda mwingine anayependa mwingine hata sempendaga. Na kila mtu anataka type yake, saa zingine hata wale wenye hadhi na sisi tunawakataga. Oh, Bwana alivyonipenda yule, alivyonipenda yule, sikujali nikamwaga. Alivyonipenda yule, alivyonipenda yule, sikujali nikamwaga. Yule aliyempenda bure, oh, nikamwacha kwa ajili yake. Yule aliyepata pesa na zenye hiyo sikuwa na maana, kweli macho yaliniada, haki macho yaliniada. Alivyonipenda kwa bidii, suzidi kanihonya mimi sisiki. Urembo pekee hauridhishi, inahitaji zaidi. Taipu yangu, ni yule anayejua thamani ya penzi langu. Taipu yangu, ni yule anayenienzi. Ina maana gani uwe na msichana mrembo dunia nzima nakupendi? Ina maana gani uwe na mume mwenye hela chungu nzima nakuthamini? Alivyonipenda yule, alivyonipenda yule, sikujali nikamwaga. Alivyonipenda yule, alivyonipenda
Alright. Alikuwa wangu wao wakati nilikuwa nameless. Nikimwona na sinzia ka nameless. Uko nitakuja kalesa. Love ilikuwa genuine than leather. Na huyu we started kitambo. Wakati skuma mezani was jambo. Wakati stima kwangu was scandal. Wakati birthday yake haikuwa na keki. Wakati nikisota alinipiga jeki. Nikachanganyikiwa na rangi ya tao. Yangu ikafunguka club yo makao. Leo macha kesho kosi tunakacha. Tulizi document Snapchat. Niko empty na miss kishenzi. Alinipa ya kweli mapenzi. Lonely na miss alivyonipenda.
Alivyonipenda yule, alivyonipenda yule. Bwana kamzugaga, napenda kamzugaga, kamzugaga, napenda kamzugaga. Alivyonipenda yule, yule, alivyonipendaga.
Kujua na kukua ni lengo la kila kukishatua. Hivyo hata ukinizungusha sioni shida, utanifundisha. Wakaribu wanatambua, saa zingine maneno unisumbua. Wayanikata, wayanihada, lakini we ona ninapaa ndege ushanifanya. Ukipandisha bei unajua nitafika na nitapita, yeah. Lakini we ona ninapaa ndege ushanifanya. Ukipandisha bei unajua nitafika. Hata kesho kutwa tutapendana, na usiku kucha tutapendana. Hata kesho kutwa tutapendana, na usiku kucha tutapendana. Oh yes, 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 yes. Wewe unanijua, gizani umenitoa. Sikudhani ningetoboa. Ni mara ngapi nilikwama, ni mara ngapi umechagua niwe nawe, na siwezi ngoja kwenda kwenye goti nikuvishe pete dunia inoti. Vile ninapaa ndege ushanifanya. Ukipandisha bei unajua nitafika na nitapita, yeah. Lakini we ona ninapaa ndege ushanifanya. Ukipandisha bei unajua nitafika, yeah, yeah. Hata kesho kutwa tutapendana, na usiku kucha tutapendana.
Taxi driver, ningekupa lifti kila mara, ningekuwa shamba boy, ningekuchunia sukuma wiki, ningekuwa telephone operator, bamba 50 ningekusambazia, ningekuwa dereva city hopper, hata kileleshwa tungetembea. I am a simple man, I dream about loving you, and you in return. And my simple mind is filled with thoughts of you. You will be mine someday.
Ningekuwa karani, ningekuandikia barua ya mapenzi, ningekuwa wakili, ningewashtaki adui wako wote, ningekuwa mhadimu, ningekuhudumia bila kuchoka, ningekuwa mwalimu, ningekufunza jinsi kunipenda. I am a simple girl, I dream about loving you, and you in return. And my simple mind is filled with thoughts of you. You will be mine. I am a simple girl, I dream about loving you, and you in return. And my simple mind is filled with thoughts of you. You will be mine someday.
Kwa salama na kwa dhiki, wajua nakupenda.
Baby, mimi sitishiki na mashaka ya mapenzi.
Ningekuwa mpishi, huwezi lala njaa hata siku moja.
Ningekuwa mtangazaji, ningetangaza kote kuwa na kupenda.
Ningekuwa askari, ningekulinda bila kusinzia.
Ningekuwa bibi harusi, ungekuwa bwana harusi.
I am a simple man, I dream about loving you, and you in return.
And my simple mind is filled with thoughts of you. You Someday, 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 someday.
I'm telling you for free, that's one of the best songs I've listened to in more than a decade. And hey, damn, there's been some good songs, but I mean, Chris Adwar and Atemi Oyungu did a thing right there, and you're listening to Radio 254, the home of all Kenyan music. This is the Midnight Rendezvous. Karibuni sana. I really like it that you've hung out with me so far. We still have one more hour to go of some great music, good times. Let's talk about anything that you'd want to talk about. Right about now, I'd like to just tell you that for me, it's been quite the day. Actually, I haven't been at a funeral in a long time, and today I got to be in one, and it brings up a lot of stuff. Grasp how fickle life can be. We sometimes don't grasp how quickly relationships can end. We sometimes don't grasp how quickly all this can be cut short by just dying. Nothing more. Just death. And in such cases, all I'd like to say is, hey man, may that family find all the comfort it needs, because I don't know what I'd do if I've been through it before, and it feels brand new every time. You get to experience it, and it just takes you one or two steps back, and you have to rethink how you approach it every now and again. But maybe sometimes we need to, build a different kind of relationship with life, but most of all, death. We need to figure out how to interpret it. Are we interpreting it as the end of life, or are we interpreting it as the beginning of another, or are we interpreting it as a rest, or are we interpreting it as Overwatch? Ancestral Overwatch kind of thing, yeah? And maybe that might help us heal better, heal quicker, because one of the biggest lies, one of the biggest scams is that time heals everything. All it does is it makes you numb. And that's how people's arms fall off because they didn't even realize what was happening to them. So don't be numb. Feel everything. Feel and release. And I hope if any of you listening and you've lost someone this week, this year, this month, I hope that you get all the comfort and solace that you might need tonight. Tawachezea mziki zaidi. And sometimes such losses are the losses of a parent. Sometimes the losses of a sibling. Sometimes the losses of a grandparent or an uncle. Whoever they were to you, a lover, a friend. Sometimes you have to, come to that realization that you have to redefine how you interpret death, how you deal with it, how you move past it, or how you embrace it. And while it's part of your life, you don't let it define you. You let it be that guiding light. If that person ever lived a good life, you can try and live vicariously through them. Let them be the ones that pass the mantle on to you. if someone made mistakes in their life, let them be the person who teaches you to be better. Maybe teaches you to do good, be good, and live a full life. Sometimes, we you see, the thing I was saying about parents, sometimes you find that probably been in an acrimonious relationship from jump, from when you were able enough to know good from bad, you have always had beef with your parents, one way or the other. Either they project their bad day onto you, or either siku moja umelamba sukari na huko unafaa, and then you get the beating of your life, ama you get talked down upon, ama it's always something, yeah. And group dynamics dictates that kama unaishi na mtu, at some point haitakuwa all flowers and roses, but they are the adults. I like that some people have realized this so far. While there's people who've been left on the wayside, people who want to glorify toxic relationship between the people we claim to love the most and ourselves. Sometimes just a quick conversation, even though maybe it might be heavy-hearted, a quick, honest conversation can solve a lot. Sometimes the parents won't listen, and you see, as we grow older is when you realize, God damn, these people are just human after all. Parents are now meant to be gods. They were raised just as we were, by someone who probably loved them, or someone who probably low-key hated them. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but if they were raised in love, they probably give more love to you, and you'll probably give more love to the people you raise. If they were raised in some very shitty situation, probably they'll try to veer off that path. Especially such parents die, and it's when you realize, oh no, if I'm raising mine, I'm raising them different. If I'm bringing any children to earth, I'll have worked on my emotional situation. I'll have worked on what I need to do to make them better people. I don't want to raise monsters. Who wants to raise monsters, really? Ati huyo usipochapa hata, surely you'll be raising monsters. They might interpret it the wrong way. They'll even raise your grandchildren worse than you did raise them. I mean, it's just fucked up how people glorify passing on pain to others because it's only been seen as you see the way people say crocodiles live long because they don't back away from being the villains. Well, that is right. Maybe being shrewd in business, maybe being shrewd in life can get you so far, but being cruel, maybe not so much, because while human beings can easily be apex predators, we don't we deal with some things in a humane way, and because we're not animals, we don't just kill for fun. Well, those who do are animals, but even animals sometimes they don't just go hunting for fun. Let's just kill this one and leave it there. They hunt because they need to, and you see, sometimes there'll be mercy of a quick death. There's no torture. Well, hyenas sometimes eat you alive, but that's besides the point. There's animals, and there's animals. Some will tear you apart alive and eat you while you watch. And maybe that's what eventually sets us all apart. Even when we are on a different plane of consciousness, we are sentient and all, but some people are more inhumane than others. And maybe it's good if we call that out, if it can be listened to, and just say, hey, I am not putting up with this anymore. I'd like a change of behavior if we are to relate cordially and in a healthy way. Ama mnaonaje? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but my ass is making points today. Yeah. All right. Share your thoughts with me. On Twitter, we are Radio 254 Online. We are live on every platform that you might think of. Actually, just follow Radio 254 anywhere and you'll find us right there. We'll be live, except maybe IG and TikTok, and maybe Snapchat, not so much. But Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, we are all there and ready to, we'll listen to you because you listen to us. Thank you very much. This is the Midnight Rendezvous. We'll be continuing. We still have 1 full hour to go. Yeah. Enjoy the music.
Generation that's how we tell acha nianze kwa kutoa shukrani kwako, malaika amependa binadamu mimi. Nani angewaidhani nitakuwa wako na wewe wangu mimi. Si kawaida pendo la kweli kujipa, ni wengi wanaitaka, sisi tushaipata. Si kawaida pendo la kweli kujipa, wengi wanaitaka, sisi tushaipata. Oh, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi. Umeniguza roho, umenifanya kamili, haya mapenzi nimeamini. Naomba nisije kuvunja roho, naomba tusije badili tulivyo, tubaki hivyo. Si kawaida pendo la kweli kujipa, ni wengi wanaitaka, sisi tushaipata. Si kawaida pendo la kweli kujipa, wengi wanaitaka, sisi tushaipata. Oh, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi. Umeniguza roho, umeniguza roho, umeniguza roho, umeniguza roho. My wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi, my wendi, oh better now, oh better my wendi. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? They say don't you rush it if you want it to last forever. For your love, I'd wait till hell freezes over. And when it rains, you can stay under my umbrella. We'll make it through the storm, it don't matter the weather. Baby, can't you see a future planned with me? Cause I do see one with you. So I'ma write this song to you. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. Would you anyway, anyway, anyway? Would you anyway, way? Would you anyway, anyway, anyway? Would you anyway, way? See, I love you cause I want to, I'm not forced to. I'ma treat you like a real man is supposed to do. Eventually, I get down on one knee and ask you if you wanna spend your life with me. Mware no komenya kwendete utuko na modenya. Somebody's daughter niye tunaota. My light in the darkness, baby, when in your time. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. Would you anyway, anyway, anyway? Would you anyway, way? Would you anyway, anyway, anyway? Would you anyway, way? Would you anyway, 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 way? Would you anyway, 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 anyway? Would you anyway?
Oh, let me say it, Pop.
Uliumbwa ukaumbika bila kasoro mpenzi, hivyo ulivyo usibadilike. Ukicheka minaridhika, so cheka tena sana mpenzi, hivyo ulivyo usibadilike. Never have I ever been so helpless. I never dared to take this thing for granted. Never have I ever been so helpless. Never ever take this thing away. I used to dream about a love deeper than infatuation. Can't believe I found the one, and you're better than my imagination.
Sound of the rain falling on my window pane, wishing you were here right next to me. My days feel the same, just going through the motions, counting down till I see you again. Never have ever been so helpless. Never did take this thing for granted. Never have ever been so helpless. Never did take this thing away. I used to dream about the love deeper than infatuation. Can't believe I found the one, and you're better than my imagination. I used to dream about the love deeper than infatuation. bado ninayo penzi liso kifani, imani moyoni, utarudi nyumbani. Binadamu si ukosa, mradi tu unisamehe. Rudi nyumbani, minakuita, nimekumisi. Siku nyingi nimekuwa nikilia, naona ni kama dunia inanitania. Kurudi kwako mpenzi nitashangilia, rudi nimekumisi. Siku mingi nimekuwa nikilia, naona ni kama dunia inanitania. Kurudi kwako mpenzi nitashangilia, rudi nimekumisi. Rudi
Hauje unieleze leo, kesho au siku nyingine. Nimekungojea siku mingi mama, rudi nimekumisi. Hauje unieleze leo, kesho au siku nyingine. Nimekungojea siku mingi mama, rudi nimekumisi.
Siku mingi nimekuwa nikilia,
kama dunia
inanitania.
Kurudi kwako mpenzi
nitashangilia. Siku mingi nimekuwa nikilia,
kama dunia
yanitania.
Kurudi kwako mpenzi
nitashangilia. Nimekumisi, rudi nimekumisi, rudi nimekumisi.
Kama ni wewe ulikuwa umeambiwa huo wimbo, please rudi nyumbani, watu wamekumisi. You're listening to the Midnight Rendezvous. Hey, usiku wa leo nawapea tu vinono in terms of music. And I hope you're glad that you're tuned in to Radio 254, the home of all Kenyan music. Apparently there's still some of you who hold the opinion that parents can do no harm. And in that case, in the future, well, you will be a parent maybe. And I'm guessing you'd want your children to think of you as a god, right? After all you've seen, after all you've done, don't you think that at some point you need to recognize the fact that you're human? You probably don't have any idea what you're doing, even though it's probably well defined. You still wake up in the morning and think, holy shit, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's just it's tragic how people expect too much of people who are simply trying to navigate through life. It's their first time, being parents. They don't have everything figured out. They're just trying to do everything that can make your life probably easier or better, or just, sometimes rougher, depending on the kind of parent they are. And yes, there can be bad parents. There can be evil parents, and also, again, there can be good parents who probably didn't know how to communicate their frustrations, and knowing how adulting can can rock your world. If you don't know how to communicate your frustrations, you're fucked in this life, because you'll come from work, you haven't made anything that day, you've probably have spent more looking for that work than you've earned, and then there's someone who looks exactly like you trying to make your life more difficult in the house. I get the frustration, but sometimes it's just okay not to project it onto the young ones. You find that umeleta makasiriko yako kwa nyumba, someone who has nothing to do about it bears the brunt of it, and it's not cool. It's just ni kitu tu mi sielewi how people try to want to do that. But then again, sometimes it's not something you can help, because to human is to err, and we have to admit that our parents are human. Maybe that's the biggest baseline we'll ever reach. Our parents are human too. Our parents require a little understanding. Our parents require us to know. When you hit adulting at some point, our parents require us to know that at least they're human and they're doing their best. Hata kama akona experience ya miaka 40 in raising you, I'm at 20 in raising you. It just means now they have a 21-year-old who they've never dealt with before, at least on that very level. As a parent, I feel like we should cut them some slack, but set our boundaries right. Set them respectfully, because sometimes you have to put your foot down kidogo, useme ai siku mingi umeniongelesha vibaya, and you expect positive feedback. And who gets positive feedback when you're giving negative vibes? You're it's just something that's not to be expected, especially because parents are supposed to be the adults in the relationship. I don't see why they should be the ones acting like children in the relationship. Handle your emotions well. Compartmentalize what you need to. Just talk to your child as if it's someone you love. You claim to love them, but sometimes umewaachanisha huko, umewaongelesha vibaya, umewanyorosha, umewadamp shule, ukawaacha huko. It's just ain't it. So if you're having a rough relationship with your parent, I'd like to hear from you. Maybe you can share with me how you feel about it, and maybe what you need to do, what you feel like you need to do about it to make it better, to make it, because our parents are precious, man. I know there can be bad ones, but even the good ones have fault. Even the good ones, sometimes you find out that they're outnumbered. Mko watano, 5 siblings versus 2 parents, even them, kuna mahali oversight ita much. And once you've outnumbered your parents, sometimes wanaweza shindwa mkono, they only have they can only juggle so much. So please, let's all try and give our parents some grace, and hope that they give us the same grace too. You're listening to the Midnight Rendezvous. This is Adrian Kibai, right here on Radio 254, and I hope you get to enjoy all the music that we brought you today. Yeah.
Just before you say you love me, acha nikuoneshe ndani ya moyo wangu mpenzi. Kungoja utajiumiza bure, na sikusema sikupendi. Are you too much for me? Maybe times you drive me crazy. I never really know what to say. Baby, do you know me? How can you say yes when I don't even know myself? before you fall in love. First, can you afford me? I have expensive taste and I can tango by myself. But tomorrow I'll be loved, I'll be so romantic, I'll be everything my lady wishes I could be. Tanunua flowers, baby tuko sawa, sawa, sawa. And love makes the world go round. Love makes the world go round. Love makes the world go round. Tomorrow I'll be loved, I'll be so romantic, I'll be everything for you. And love makes the world go round. Love makes the world go round. Love makes the world go round.
Cause two cool can do, yeah. Kama utanipenda, usinipende ni kama you belong to the streets, no jahama. Mi sitaki kudeal na makarma. Kama utanibeba, usinibebe ufala. Nataka ndoto nzuri nzuri nikilala. Mapenzi Rolls Royce kwa daladala. Oh, mistaki shida, mistaki bala. I'll be your mister if you give me your love. Usiweke distance, karibia mana. I need someone to love. Forever amen, forever amen. Kama utanipenda ni forever amen, forever amen. Hakuna kuachana ni forever amen, forever amen. Kama utanipenda ni forever amen. Hakuna kuachana ni forever amen, forever amen, forever amen. Forever, forever. Amen. Forever, forever. Amen. Forever, forever. Forever, forever, forever. Sinikupeleke dates, upige food pics na uonje food yangu just to annoy me. TikTok challenges ukidance na mi tucheke inside jokes mbele ya umati. Uniulize if you look fat and if you are a warm would I love ya. Nikuringie dance moves zangu mbaya cause I can't dance so you can love. Nadai kuamka kama mkono imeganda. You hapo ndo ulilala. Lovers wakipiga story ni relate. Forever amen, forever amen. Kama utanipenda ni forever amen, forever amen. Hakuna kuachana ni forever amen, forever amen. Kama utanipenda ni forever amen. Hakuna kuachana ni forever amen, forever amen, forever amen. Forever, forever. Amen. Forever, forever. Amen. Forever, forever. Amen. Forever, forever. Kama utanipenda, usinipende ni kama you belong to the streets, no jahama. Mi sitaki kudeal na makarma.
I don't wanna today, not tomorrow. Baby, what's up? What is this about, baby? Wait, I can't take it no more. Baby, I want you to love me more. Baby, I want you to love me now. Hey, hey, hey. I'm ready today. Baby, it's a strong heart. If you want to diary, me Nico ready now. Nico diary now. Nico diary now. It's Bob Maneke.
Ni maradufu upendo wako umenifaa, ni maradufu yeah, yeah. Uwepo wako umetawala, nikiwa peke yangu sijakamilika, hata mipango yangu inavurugika. Hakuna anayezidi kwako mama, nguvu ya mapenzi yako bara, umenifanya nijione bora, bila wewe mimi siwezi ng'ara. Hakuna tena zaidi yako mama, nguvu ya mapenzi yako bara, umenifanya nijione bora, bila wewe mimi siwezi ng'ara. No, no. In case you don't know, nitacheka nawe, nitacheza nawe, nitaimba nawe. In case you don't know, nitalinga nawe, nitakwenda nawe popote my baby. In case you don't know, nitacheza nawe, nitaimba nawe, nitakwenda nawe. In case you don't know, nitacheza nawe, nitalinga nawe. In case you don't know,
inaweza kwa fresh kauna time twende mali out, au kena chosho usimain neza kaa kwa couch, ni try kukuimpress hata smile baby angalau, na tunatesa hii town tunairun walai, maheto na kesho akitry kubring you lover down, usikwe na pressure sit down let me run my mouth, isikogopesha ikisound kama wedding vows, tumie location ukaa mali pia to lounge, night iko special surround sound movie loud, do be loud, see you loud hata bila party, it's a party for two. My mission is to always stay true, live to see my dreams come true with you. Woo, 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 woo. I smell the wine on your breath, then you turn around and whine by yourself for me. You got me trying to resist. I pay no mind to the rest, and I can't make a mind, you're the best for me. You pretty bum look, now you made me love you. Now let me remind you or tell you in case you don't know.
nitacheka nawe, nitacheza nawe, nitaimba nawe. In case you don't know, nitalinga nawe, nitakwenda nawe popote my baby. In case you don't know, nitacheza nawe, nitaimba nawe, nitakwenda nawe. In case you don't know, nitacheza nawe, nitalinga nawe. Nasema mi najivunia kwa nawe, kwa furaha unayonipa nipa darling. Nasema mi najivunia kwa nawe, kwa furaha unayonipa nipa baby. In case you don't know, nitacheka nawe, nitacheza nawe, nitaimba nawe. In case you don't know, nitalinga nawe, nitakwenda nawe popote my baby. In case you don't know, nitacheza nawe, nitaimba nawe, nitakwenda nawe. In case you don't know, nitacheza nawe, nitalinga nawe. In case you don't know.
Now get to this part of the night, I get to bring you maybe one new release that's just come out on September 1st by Xenia Manasseh. Probably going to like some of her songs on this one, but I'll just, introduce one to you right about now.
Nakumbuka la waridi na mlangi kumbe ua la mkadi lishapapatua sendi mbali nitarudi ili upate kujua kweli mimi nakupenda malimwengu yanisonga malimwengu yanisonga.
That right there is the intro of the latest album from Xenia Manasseh, and now to the song that tugs at my heartstrings, tugs at the show's heartstrings. Let's go. This is the Late Night Checkup. You're listening to the Midnight Rendezvous. Your host Adrian Kibai, right here on Radio 254.
See, I forgot what it feels like to stay up for a late night checkup. The reminder was necessary, and you came up when I least expected it. Caught up in the moment, I never even wondered why. You were right on time. Was looking like you're playing for the major leagues, like you need somebody extra on your team. Tell me how we end up with the same routine. Butterflies, you ain't even gotta look me in my eyes. I'm terrified, I can't deny, so surprised. Every day I wake up and realize I ain't gotta put on a disguise no more. That you changed all of that from the moment you walked through the door. Ain't no need for me to say nothing more, yeah. Ain't no need for me to say nothing more. Everything you do keeps me wanting more. And we ain't serious yet, you won't even shoot but you score. I adore you, it's almost like I knew you before. You excite me, like Lizel and E-flat. No cap, no take backs or do-overs, I'd hate that. You respect that, I respect you. It's something I could get used to.
I need to calm down, shit. Nah, because when I first time we just chill, recording. I'm known for not being up in the picture, but speaking out with conviction, and I ain't been speaking much to the masses. Love if you start professing, I'm skipping those classes. Half my steps I gauging backwards. How am I meant to be what you asked for? Is it by hook or by crook? I leave them shook when I juke. Low boomerang then I book it back to you like I'm good. We disappear, get it done. We reappear when it's on. I started off, I'm the one. Shabby, you said I'm the one. So don't be acting like that ain't the case. Brand new iPhone, used it with no case. Yeah, cracked then it shattered, now it can't replace. Kinda like that love that we shared, you know we can't replace. I search for it all over, up and down the place. I run a mock, I run a block, I run for days. Can't find you because you find in space. Take me back to the days before we switched the pace. Yeah.
See, I forgot what it feels like to stay up for that late night checkup. And you came up when I least expected it. Caught up in the moment, I never even wondered why. You're right on time.
You feel about that? That's the new album right there called Love Stroke Hate Part 1. I fear that some of this greatness will spill over into Part 2, and you do not want to miss out on it. Yeah, let's go to the song that bears the title of the album, Love Stroke Hate. Abstracts hate.
I come back, I'm just reacting. One day we're good, the next I'm packing my shit up to leave, it's getting taxing. How did we get here? See, I can't admit it's getting toxic, but it's so good when you're good, it's classic. I know better, just can't seem to manage without you when I try to. Baby, I miss you, and I miss how it feels just to kiss you. I start to regret having issues with things that I know I deserve to. I don't wanna be the one that's losing. Loving and we hate is so confusing. I don't wanna be the one that's losing. Love, is that enough? I don't know. Fake love, take pride and go and fight. We can't heal overnight, no. I don't wanna be the one that's losing you. I need your attention. It's a couple things that I need to mention. I've never been one to hold my feelings. I'd rather be honest, so I ain't gotta miss you and miss how it feels just to kiss you. I won't have to regret having issues with things that I know I deserve to. I don't wanna be the one that's losing. Loving and we hate is so confusing. I don't wanna be the one that's losing. Love, is that enough? I don't know. Fake love, take pride and go and fight. We can't heal overnight, no. I don't wanna be the one that's losing you.
Huo demu acheze na mic kwa studio. Hey, give her all the love you can afford her. You're listening to the Midnight Rendezvous. This is Adrian Kibai right here on Radio 254. Tunaendelea na muziki mnene as we keep enabling positive relationships between parents, positive relationship between parents and their children, positive relationships that maybe might, put a little light on the universe, because things have been a little dark lately. Things have been a little bleak lately. And we could use more love out there. We could use more understanding, more care, less neglect, less abuse, less anything else that doesn't add to our days. I hope you're finding all the love you can find right now at home, or, at your home with your personal person, just doing the most and probably banging each other's brains out. Ni hayo masaa sasa hivi, yeah. If you're looking to procreate, all the best. If you're looking to not, all the best too. If you're looking for both, all the best either way. I just hope that all of us get to have a good time. And even if it's not now, maybe sooner rather than later. Yeah, because leo injili ni hiyo moja. Let's try and be more understanding of each other. We don't know the situations anybody comes from. We don't know what people's relationship with each other is. But people are quick to judge that, oh, you guys want to disrespect your parents. Maybe you came from love, and to you it's very foreign that a child will have to speak up against their parents so that they can at least be heard. Now you see shouting begets shouting because no one is listening. Everybody's just speaking for the sake of speaking, and nothing good comes out of that. Maybe you never had to come at your parent and set your foot down, because these are people who acted like adults and treated you like the beloved child. And that right there tells you everything you need to know about our different experiences and how they forge exactly how we view the world. Our worldview is hinged upon the love we first receive. And you, as the person who received lots of love, be kinder to the person who is saying they didn't, and they probably had to fight their way and claw their way out of any form of, mistreatment. Is there a better way to put it than that? Yeah? Do we get back to the music? Yeah. This one will rip the soul right out of your heart. Inakuwa kwa chest. Well, I don't know, but yeah.
DJ, wacha kudelay, sisi tumefika, sasa tutawika.
Straight beats.
Go.
Love it up, easy. Rough it up, take it easy. Let me down, miss easy. Touch me.
Go.
Take it low, break it down now. Roll it up and we read. It's been a while, you've been around now. But you were turning up and you oh yeah. I've been waiting on you all day. Thinking about your body all day. Trying to get your body today. Baby, no do me ba-da-da. You got me all alone and tired of her. Now I'm looking for love in Calabar. I thought I was the one you met over. You know me, what don't China love? I need a special kind of love. Original designer love. If you got it, baby, holla, holla, holla. You know me, what don't China love? I need a special kind of love. Original designer love. If you got it, baby, holla, holla, holla.
Love it up, baby. Rough it up, take it easy. Let me down, mislead me. Touch me, please me. Cause you know you love it when me put it on. Make it permanent just like a tattoo. From the kitchen to the bed or to the bathroom. Be the teacher, let me show you the class. It's all of this love is just a simple reminder. Cause I know what you like, girl. You don't wanna love people come like China. Yeah, I know what you like, girl.
China love. I need a special kind of love. Original designer love. If you got it, baby, holla, holla, holla. Know me, what don't China love? I need a special kind of love. Original designer love. If you got it, baby, holla, holla.
Go.
Come
mwakanyaga tu, mnasonga mbali na yeye. Hamjali matendo yenu ya mudi, hamjali Mungu wenu. Mbona kumsahau maisha ni mwenu, upendo ulokuwa wa kwanza, na kiapo mlichokula nyinyi, na kiapo
Daddy Owen featuring Kera and mzee wangu Alan Aaron.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful night, hasn't it? And I can't wait for you guys to, hear more of the songs I've lined up for you. So far, so good. We have come to almost the bit where I conclude the night, and I tell you, it's been lovely having you. Nashukuru sana. You guys have been real. I've kept it real. What I want to say as the final word of the day, yeah? The final word of the day is while we respect our parents, let's also remember that they're human and they get to make mistakes sometimes. And let's treat each other much better, because the difference in age, of course, demands some level of respect, because sometimes they know better, only that they might express it differently. But most of the time, the older people know better, and you as an older person, even right now, you probably know better than most of the younger people than you. And if you don't, maybe you need to learn something from life. And you'd want someone to accord you the respect you deserve, because what you're saying is, you're not pulling it out of your ass. You're saying something based on maybe your experience or how you'd have dealt better with it, depending on what you learned the previous time you did it. You don't want someone just coming up at you and telling you some shit like that. And you want to raise them the right way. But also, there's better ways to approach it. Let's be kinder to each other. Let's be kinder to our siblings, our parents. Some of us got to be firstborns who have to, nurture the siblings, and consider the fact that there's an age gap that almost makes you their parent. And our parents are wild for that. Yeah, you find that you have you're 16 and you have a toddler in the house. Wild. I think even a lot of homes are kind of like that. So you find that when they turn 16 and you're now 32, you've had better experiences. You've dealt with things that probably you had no one to show you better or to tell you better. So let's be kinder. Let's consider that people come from different places with different needs, and maybe understanding them and having a little empathy will go a long way in making the country a little bit less toxic than it is right now. So you see, in that way, life becomes a little bit simpler, yeah? We add a little more sunshine to the world, and somehow, if you can afford a little happiness, let's get it. I mean, the economy is bad enough as it is, and we have politicians who don't understand what they're delegated to opine upon. We have, it's just a rough time. It's just a rough world, and a little kindness from whoever it is will go a long, long way. I hope those who've been talking about climate change probably, enforce some of these best practices so that at least we get to, build a better world for the next generation and the next and the next. With all that, I got to say good night and have fun, pumzikeni, just be nice to each other. Siku mwema, you've been listening to the Midnight Rendezvous. This is Adrian Kibai right here on Radio 254.
Baba niko mtoto yako, nisilani niko mugeni, nisilani niko mugeni, usinifungie baba yangu moyo. Tucheze michezo ya kwetu, tucheze kuvunja kauno, tucheze michezo ya kwetu. Tucheze kuvunja kauno. Baba, ninakuya unihurumie sana, kuomba unihurumie. Kama mtu analomba sasa huruma, usikie sababu hasira ni mubaya. Nisilani niko mugeni, nisilani niko mugeni. Tucheze michezo ya kwetu, tucheze kuvunja kauno, tucheze michezo ya kwetu, tucheze kuvunja kauno. Salifeti monene mwana azongio Afrika. Lelo tobina koyimbiko kwasa tobina isakele amataka na punda ibombanda yoyoyo una banatimo komakoba kila mokroso kila tobina pamba na Yesu. Dombolo ya bakongole, dombolo bamama, dombolo papa, dombolo ale mayena, toke mayena, ale mayena. Tobina manina ya Afrika, Tobina kubala la okendo, Tobina
niwaambie usiku mwema. Have a good night and stay tuned to Radio 254 during the day so that you can get the best of Kenyan music. This is the Midnight Rendezvous and I'm signing out. This is Adrian Kibai, your host. Good night.